Welcome to our Tell Us Your Story series. Here we spotlight inspiring success stories from criminal justice professionals who have taken their experience with our training from classroom theory to real-life application in their cases and communities. We are inspired by the work you do and know that by highlighting your stories, more lives can be saved. I'm Kathryn Bracho with the National Criminal Justice Training Center of Fox Valley Technical College. Today we're sitting down with Amanda Leonard. Welcome, Amanda. Can you please share a little bit about yourself to get us started?
My name is Amanda Leonard, and I am the MAILE Amber Alert Coordinator for the state of Hawaii. My official title is Coordinator of Missing Child Center Hawaii with the Department of the Attorney General's Office.
What a vital organization within your community. How long have you been in law enforcement, Amanda?
Well, I actually am an attorney. I started at Missing Child Center in 2018. So it's been about 6 years since I've been on the criminal justice side. And so when this job came open in 2018, I thought it was a really good position for me to exercise those skills and really fulfill my own passion to protect children, which is why I went to law school in the first place.
You work very closely with parents and advocate for those families. Tell us more about that.
It's definitely made me more relate to other parents more and understand the emotional toll it could take on a parent when a child goes missing.
It sounds like it requires incredible balance, being able to support families of missing children as they work through the unimaginable while also managing the logistics required to bring these children home safely. Now, I know your team has worked with us for years. What does that relationship look like?
When I first got hired at Missing Child Center, became the clearinghouse manager and the MAILE Amber Alert coordinator, I was just about 4 days on the job, and I was put on a plane to Orlando, Florida, to attend the National Amber Alert Symposium hosted by the National Criminal Justice Training Center. And it was at that time where I really understood what I was getting involved in. I got to meet survivor parents who've lost children. I got to meet other Amber Alert coordinators from around the country who had the same job as me, and I was able to learn from them and find out what our resources are. So we very quickly became acquainted with the NCJTC's Amber Alert Training and Technical Assistance Program, and really that's been a game changer for the state of Hawaii. We've leveraged NCJTC to bring trainings to our law enforcement partners and really move the program in the right direction. Since we've consistently had Amber Alert activations used, and there's just been a greater awareness of the national program and our state program, and really using education and training to build the program.
Your experience is a great example of how training can positively affect case outcomes. How often do you partner with NCJTC?
We've been working with NCJTC on trainings pretty much annually. We recently hosted NCJTC here in Hawaii, in Honolulu, for the telecommunications best practices for missing and abducted children training that we were able to host at FBI Honolulu. And that was a very, very critically important training for our state. We brought in dispatch, police, state, federal, and military law enforcement, everybody in the same room, to learn what are the best practices to respond to these emergency calls of missing, abducted, and exploited children.
Can you share a little bit more about that collaboration?
Well, whenever we do a training, we definitely want to maximize the networking. It's very important for me, for other folks that work in this space, to learn what other people are doing. So, for instance, it's very important for the police to know what the dispatch folks are doing, what the service providers are doing, and so that we can figure out what our strengths and weaknesses are and leverage each other. Hawaii is a very small state. We have limited resources. So being able to have a force multiplier, to understand which agencies we can leverage to maximize our result and best protect the children of our state has been absolutely crucial to our progress.
As you mentioned earlier, families are at the center of these investigations. What do those conversations look like?
Well, anytime we recover a missing child alive and safe, that is a win for us. We do have 100% success rate thanks to our partnerships and the agencies applying what they've learned in the trainings. And I have to say, there's no better feeling than getting the call that the child has been recovered alive and safe, because you know how much it's going to mean to the families.
What's something you'd like other agencies to know about NCJTC?
I would say to them that leveraging NCJTC and the resources and training and the contacts has been a game changer for the state of Hawaii. When I came on board in 2018, we had only issued one Amber Alert activation in 2005. 17 years went by without any activations. And when we started working with NCJTC to build our program, modify and modernize our policies, we've had an Amber Alert activation at least once a year. So it's been really, really crucial for our partner agencies to have that support. It can be a very daunting, intimidating process to confront old policies that need to be modernized, but NCJTC provides the support, the subject matter expertise, and most of them have the positions that we have. So we have regional meetings, we have the national symposium, and just to know who your contacts are in state and for us on the U.S. mainland has been absolutely vital.
That's wonderful. So you feel like our NCJTC training instructors can understand your role because they've been in your shoes?
The NCJTC instructors are actually Amber Alert coordinators. So they know what our day looks like. They know what kind of responsibilities we have and what we need to do during an emergency with a critical missing child incident. So they speak your language. They know what support and resources you need to be most effective.
Let's switch gears a little bit. We know that in order for training to be effective, it has to go from theory to practice within your everyday role. So what effect has NCJTC Amber Alert training and technical assistance had on your real life cases and outcomes?
From 2005 to present, we've had 4 activations in Hawaii, and all 4 MAILE Amber Alert activations had positive outcomes. 3 of those activations involved the wireless emergency alert, and that was between 2022 and 2024. NCJTC provides trainings on how to best respond to an Amber Alert incident, and that also includes the wireless emergency alert. So we were able to get more comfortable and familiar with the wireless emergency alerts so that we could modify our county police policies, and they work directly with the police departments so that in the event the activation is needed, there's a smoother rollout.
Amanda, thank you so much for sharing your experience. Do you have any other reflections you'd like to share related to your training, case outcomes, or collaborative relationships?
My advice to other Amber Alert coordinators and missing children clearinghouse managers is to really know your community. Because education and public awareness is the most important tool to ensure that the public is going to positively respond to the activation and do what we are asking them to do, which is answer that call to duty. So be familiar with your community, be familiar with your districts and your schools. I have the advantage of knowing my community because I'm from the island of Oahu. I grew up here in Hawaii, so I know our community. I know what it's like to be a kid here, a teenager here, an adult here, a mother here. And that's really been one of my strengths that I've used. So that is, I feel, very, very important. Go into the schools, if you can, educate kids on safety, talk to parents when you can. Every time we've had an activation incident and we've been asked to go on the news, I've used that as an opportunity to educate our public and the community on what these alerts are, what we want them to do, and provide safety tips. So that is something that we've done here in Hawaii, and we feel that it's been worked out for us pretty well.
As you can see, Amanda and the entire team at the Missing Child Center of Hawaii with the Attorney General's Office are doing incredible work. To see Amanda's full story, please click the link below or visit ncjtc.org/tellusyourstory. If you're inspired by what you've heard today and want to share your own success story, we would love to hear from you.